Hey. Okay, so this is a funny one. I've had preconceived plans to do Tipsy-esque showcases of reviews and movies. I have a drunk recording of me watching The Phantom Menace. I have viewers so far. Cool. I hope that's Carson or Evan. Please make a comment in the comment section. Frankly, just to let you know, yes, I've had many an intake of White Claw tonight because I am such a lightweight to intake on such showcases. I'm going to go ahead and let my chat know I'm live. Now, so the thing is, when I drink, I'm a very self-conscious drinker. I'm very astute on the perception of how things are going. For sensitive media, that is Carson. Hello, they're sponsored. Hello, good to see you, man. Don't have my glasses on because that is just how I normally roll. This is gonna be a funny one because again, I was just stating I never go drunk online. Not yet, anyway. Here we go. Hello, NW Warrior 28. Yes, so this is an interesting one. I'm tipsy because I've had 8 White Claws and I'm quite a lightweight, so I'm basically in the realm of drunk right now. Okay, so what I was saying. I know it's funny because I just lost my train of thought. And I'm back. Carson, I can already imagine Carson laughing at me right now. I'm a very astute observer of how drunk I am. So I take that pretty seriously, and I'm desperately trying to like mimic my or function my camera settings right now, which is quite hilarious. But yes, I just saw the anime with you guys laughing. I knew it. Oh, I'm gonna go like in more incoherent depth when I get onto the podcast for my cup of tea. So that's going to be fun. God, I'm desperately trying. I'm desperately trying to fix my camera settings. But this is my shoulder here I'm trying to fix. But yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's all right, well, I guess that'll be fun. It's funny. What I was saying is I'm a Hyperspace Cantina, yes. I'm a astute drinker in the fact that I realize what's going down. I notice my descent and I'm into my drunkenness and I observe it the whole time. I know I've tried to explain that like 3 times now, but yeah, okay. I guess that basically gets it come across. So I just saw the anime not Weathering with You. I saw Your Name. I've seen Weathering with You earlier this year in cinemas, and it was gorgeous. I love the team. Shout out to Toho, who makes the Godzilla films. They're actually behind this with the in some sort of animation department, which is so cool. I've had a lot of White Claws, as well as my sister came over, so she had a grocery store run assembled, so she got some snacks. And I'm normally of a diet person, but I I was snacking on some Cheetos, so that's been fun. There's 3 people watching now. That's insane. I didn't place any tags or anything. Okay, now it's back to 2 people. That makes more sense. I imagine Carson just died. Alright, but no. I saw Weathering with You earlier this year, and I knew this was the same studio that made Your Name, and Your Name is something else. Groceries Assemble. I'm going to actually showcase that on the screen. Did I say scream? I meant screen. Oh, okay. Yo, what's up, man? What's up? It's Evan. That makes so much more sense. All right, so Carson, Evan here. Good, guys. Listen to this. I specifically maneuvered myself to not only get a thumbnail for this live stream, I got my specific. I was on the Hyperspace High background, but I put the theater one on. Look, okay, I'm gonna get into the review of Your Name because this was something truly special. Now, I was initially watching. I was like probably like 40 minutes in, or like 40 minutes left before like the movie was ending. I was like, okay, so I think we're good. Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers for Your Name, which I don't know what year it came out. I want to assume it's probably like 2018. If it's 2016, that's crazy. But I'm going to assume it's 2018, 2019 maybe. It's, God, this movie. Also, I'm definitely wearing the wrong shirt because I specifically chose to wear my Celebration race shirt because it's green and I have a green screen background. So I was like, I should not wear this if I'm going to be going live anytime soon. But I just randomly decided to go live. I know you guys are laughing at me. 2016. Thank you, both Evan and Carson. Good job, guys. Honestly, if I sent you a link, would you guys join up? I doubt it because it's super late at night. But like, I would be down. Just a spontaneous cup of tea. Okay, so Your Name was insane because initially it was starting off, and they were already again, spoilers by the way. They were already like swapping in between their different personas and their different bodies. And initially, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And so they're already like hopping back and forth. And I couldn't completely tell where they were in between their set archetypes of their bodies and the archetype of the story. So I was really intrigued by that first and foremost, but can't tonight, but I would. No problem, Carson. Yeah, it was just really interesting just to see the way things were going. But God, I desperately try to get like this like super extra lighting behind me blocked. Yeah, too late. No problem, Evan. Yeah, it was just insane the initial start of it because I mean this has been like a big film I want to check out for a long time. Like originally I saw Chris Stuckman's review, along with just like the hype of it, and I've been super hyped to check it out. And initially I went to go see Your Name I went to go see Weathering with You based on the hype for Your Name, and it blew me away by far. It's one of my top films of the year. Like I think it's still in my top 3. I'm actually gonna check my letterbox, but it's definitely something super, super special. Now I'm starting to slow down. I don't want to lose my speech patterns going forward. But it's something. This film was crazy. Initially, I thought it appeared in somewhere of like I googled like time travel films because I'm working on a series that involves time travel and I want to see multiple films that take place in that realm of genre, and I feel like it popped up at a point and I forgot about it because when I started watching this film I was like, oh my god, there's a 3-year gap. It's so crazy. Evan says it's so good going in with no information, all the surprises blew me. Yeah, same, man. I didn't watch any trailers or anything. Same with Weathering with You. I didn't watch any trailers or anything. I'm queuing up my list now on Letterboxd, but 2019 films ranked. It's currently no, it's 2019. Wait, hold on. I gotta go to 2020. It currently places as my number 5th with Hamilton in my number 1 because I still kind of consider that in like this vague area of like counting. Then I have the Five Bloods, Onward, which I know Evan has some words about. Number 4 is Invisible Man, and number 5 is Weathering with You. But oh my god, I so want to rewatch Weathering with You because it's so good. And Your Name was insane because like 40 minutes in, they start losing the connection with actually having the jumping bodies back and forth. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That is really, really interesting. And hang on, Brittany's texting me. I want to actually like engage with this. But yeah, that was really interesting to see where things were going with that, because then they start to unravel that mystery. Again, spoilers, that it's all over. It's like the town was destroyed 3 years ago. Oh my god. The fact that that even happened. Oh my god, it's so insane. I'm trying to message her that I'm doing this live stream. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, because normally my text weren't going through. Okay, so it's insane that started to go down. But then when they start going into the plot of like trying to prevent it, it's like, oh my god. And it doesn't seem like they could actually pull it off by the end. Like, it's not going through properly. 3 years, exactly, Carson. And yes, Evan, onward. Number 5. Wait, God, I'm definitely too tipsy because I can't remember what I even said to say number 5. My bad. You guys can only imagine how crazy I got in my pre-recorded Phantom Menace drunk reaction, because I'm gonna do more Star Wars drunk reactions, but this is insanity. Down to 1 viewer now. So who left? Evan or Carson? Now that's the main focus. But who's the real traitor? It's insanity, man. This movie just like got me on so many loops. Do I still have any more drink in here? Let me see. No, I'm good. A couple drinks. I can't wait for you to see this tomorrow. I know. Look. In all fairness, like a lot of times, I'm aware of. I'm still all right. Carson's still here. Hell yeah, he's the true fan. No, here's the thing, Carson, is like whenever I get drunk and I've done something like this, I messaged my like best friend for like the longest time, who coincidentally, Carson, you have taken the role of in Time Blazer that we're working on that animated series for. You took his role, which is fine. Don't worry. But I messaged him like when I was getting drunk watching Avatar, and I remember that I sent it, and I was pretty okay with what I sent. But at the same time, when I reread it, I was like, oh my god, this got like super randomly deep. But I think it's fine, especially with like the showcase of what I am as a reactor. I think I'm okay in the sense that I'm a very emotional person. Got him. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Also, I think the showcase of the comments have gotten different layouts. I think StreamYard updated something, but yeah, it's interesting. Oh, where was I going with this? Okay, so it's interesting. So like my terminology and my whole reference point of trying to view things. Now there's 2 viewers here. All right, cool. I don't know if I don't know if Evan came back or if there's somebody new, because I also sent this link out to Brittany. So I'm curious to see where things go. But this was a really interesting film, just from the senses of bouncing from the different personas back and forth. And especially by the end, because I'm desperately cheering on the hopefulness that they save the town, and if not the town, at least Misua. I'm trying to remember the name. It went by really fast. I did. Excuse me. Luckily, I'm so sorry. I did luckily watch this with Japanese spoken with English subtitles, so that was good. Initially, I was curious, as like, should I just switch to the English dub while I drink so I can keep more coherence? But no, I stuck with the Japanese performance with the English subtitles, and that worked perfectly. One of the best scores ever. All right, Evan's back. That's cool. But also, we have 3 viewers, so I don't know who's here. Dude, the score, gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. The change of seasons, the score, God, it's so good. I was even thinking about my series Time Blazer. I'm taking kind of like influence in some of this stuff because I'm essentially Scoop. If anybody wants to jump in, I'm setting the pilot episode during fall, which I was just like watching the aesthetic of everything, and it was so gorgeous. You might have noticed. I just showcase of the light that's actually behind me. I got like a new set of light system. It's not very clean as it normally is, but I'm trying to do my best. Thank goodness we were about to cancel you for watching dubbed. Yeah, I know. I was close, dude. And normally when I react to like something like My Hero, I do watch the dub over sub. It's just like it's a lot easier to get the progression of everything when you're watching multiple episodic. But for the movie, since I'm just on my own, I wanted to lock in. I was so glad I actually kept up with the subtitles while drinking, because I had 8 White Claws tonight, which, just to get in the semblance, the last time I drank 8 White Claws was my first ever hangover. But I think because I was able to eat stuff like a full dinner tonight, as well as these snacks of Cheetos, so crazy, I was able to get everything locked in, which is good. Okay. Watch anime. Or what anime are you talking about? I'm talking about Your Name. It's the animation film that came from the same people that made Weathering with You, from some sort of animation division that's associated with Toho. My Hero Dub, yes, Evan, I'm so sorry. It's what I was initially introduced to, and it's a lot easier. Your Name 2016, thank you, Carson. I'm going to showcase that on stream. Where was I talking? Yeah, it was so crazy just to go through this entire experience. But again, with the assemblance of my drinks, normally I cap at 6, and I was going to cap at 6 because the last few drinks I had was the white. I'm a white girl, so I had a White Claws hard seltzer, and the last semblance of flavors I had was a ruby grapefruit, which is like the worst flavor to me, which is I always imagine was super gross, but it actually got a lot better after drinking like 3 lime flavors and 2 black cherries. So I ended up having 3 ruby grapefruits that actually went down pretty smoothly. So that's good. And it got me to this point where I was just like, oh my god. Favorite scene in the movie? Yes, Carson. There's a lot of great moments. I noticed a lot as the anime culture normally gets is the the pervy nature of grabbing boobs and stuff, which is just it's not my most favorite thing. I don't know why necessarily they do it, but it's not my favorite scene. By the way, I just like I took notice of that a couple of times because like the main dude was always groping. And I was like, Jesus, dude, just take a relax. All right, just chill out with that. But at least he did apologize for it in the end. But if I were to guess my favorite scene, I really do, and I used like a couple gifs of it for my announcements of watching. Yes, exactly. That Volcano Top scene is perfect. Yes, Evan, that's exactly where I'm going. When they're at the crater, that was funny. Yeah, it is funny. When they're at the crater and they're like communicating with each other, but they're still years apart. It's so beautiful because I'm like, oh my god, they actually formed a connection, and I think, oh my god, they got this down. She escaped from the town's destruction. Everything's cool, and she goes to write her name, and then the pen drops to the ground, and I break into so many tears. Oh, it's so insane. All right, let me catch up with chat. Carson's dead. Yes, Evan. I thought it was funny. yes. Favorites, but yeah, just communicating with favorite scene. It's probably something like that because I have I'm not giving away any specific details for Time Blazer because that is a series I hold so dear to my heart that I want to deliver one day. That I've been writing since 2012. But there is a semblance of love connections for something like that. Not to that extent where it's just like complete loss. It's well, I don't know. I can't go any further without giving details, but it's interesting. And then they keep forgetting. Yes, Carson. God. They keep forgetting, and I'm just like, oh my god, when will they ever reconnect? And they showcase that in a scene on the subway where she connects with him, but it's 3 years prior, I guess, before she passed. So it's just so sad. It's so sad. Oh my god, it's insanity. It truly is insanity. Just the way things are going. And I'm just like, God, please come on. But then he still like reaches out like, hey, what's your name? And like she tells her name, and she throws that piece of ribbon that he ties around his wrist for the next 3 years before he even gets any semblance of who she is, which is so perfect. And it's so good, dude. I need to watch more anime, but I definitely need to check this out. And initially, what I think pushed me was I was watching my friend Brianna's TikToks on different things, and she did this challenge of like animes that made her super sob. One of them was Your Name, and I was like, oh dear God, I definitely need to check this out. But I've been meaning to watch Your Name forever, ever since I saw Weathering with You. Even like since whenever the Chris Stuckman review came out, I wanted to see it, and I was so ready. And turns out I wasn't ready because this was just insanity. I think it's funny because I'm on camera. The rare few moments where I'm on camera without my glasses. But this is funny. I gotta catch up with chat. Okay. Yes. Okay. I thought it was funny. All right. Yeah, I read that for Evan. Carson said, And then they keep forgetting. Yes, I read that. Evan said, I like their first initial body switches too. Yes, dude, that was crazy because they just kind of jump into it without the explanation of like, you have to like really as an audience member pay attention to yourself as to who's actually in the body. Is it the male or the female? Are they in a random body or are they back in their normal body? Is the kind of like thing you have to properly lock on until you get the context clues. Carson says the ending is like almost a cliffhanger, man. I was playing my nails to the last one. Yes, but you know what? I hold on to the hope and the love that they kept it right and that they actually reconnect and they form some sort of like friendship, at least a friendship bond, if not a loving bond, that they recognize each other, which just thank God that's the way that ended because I was literally bawling my eyes out. I tweeted out the photo you guys saw that I was just like soaked in tears because I was so worried that they weren't going to have the proper connection and like remember one another. And when they're going going up and down the staircases, and they don't initially notice each other, I broke. I broke so hard at the thought that they were just going to pass each other and keep moving forward. It was so awful, dude. I was so worried, man. But then they actually got it all figured out. Thank God. But dude, it was insane. Okay, there's a lot of things actually like blowing up. But I guess my my tweet thread is suddenly blowing up in regards to this movie. But it was just like, how about it, man? How about this film? This was insanity. This again. I said this on Twitter, but this was seriously. I have not cried so hard at a film, and it's probably because I'm tipsy, but I've not cried so hard at a film since Toy Story 3 back in 2010 when I was 4 viewers. Oh my God. But yeah, 2010 when I was watching Toy Story 4, I was literally bawling my eyes out multiple times when I thought they were gonna get incinerated and when Andy let go of the toys because I was sitting there with my sister and my mother and maybe even my little sister. I can't completely remember, but I was just like, oh my God, this no film has impacted me so much emotionally. And then I watched this film, Your Name, which again, love is the all-time striving emotions of my entire life that I flow with, that influences me emotionally and stuff. And when this just the way it was going, it truly hit so deep to the heart. Like I honestly believe, even without the drink, this was something that was just pure insanity. Evan has a new comment. They knew they were just so nervous. Oh my God, dude, it was such insanity, dude. It's so good. It's just it's nuts. I I can almost imagine. Evan's probably just like chilling, casually watching this, but I imagine Carson's chilling in bed, with his girlfriend and just like with the AirPods on, trying to like stay quiet from laughing while trying to watch this because I'm just such a ridiculous freak. But it's just so good. Oh, okay. Carson just said, I need a Star Wars anime focused on romance. Please, dude. Please, I need it. And then we recently got this news that Taika's in such the realm of love and romance, and he's currently writing his Star Wars film. I really hope that goes well. Bro, yeah, man. I figured. Dude, this film was gorgeous, by the way. I mean, I will never match this achievement of animation for years and years, decades of anything to come. But it's so gorgeous, and it definitely gave me some ideas, like the movements of people, like how they like rotate around or like how they like flip along the ground. It's something I like was really paying attention to. Even while I was in a tipsy state, man, I was like legitimately looking at the animation, just like, okay, I can't necessarily match such great detail, but like the windows on buildings that transition from night to day, or just the way a person moves across the ground, or like the motion of like a close up of a hand moving is like something I was really taking to heart, and it's something I was really latching onto. Luckily, this version of the film, just tying it back to what I was saying earlier, this version of the film, just Carson's comment, bro, I'm losing it. It's just funny because I know I'm crazy. They need to animate Lost Stars. God, I would love that. Aren't they doing a manga version of Lost Stars? I think they're doing something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But no, what I was saying is I got this version of the film where I could actually switch between audios and subtitles. So that's why I specifically locked onto the audio of the Japanese spoken, but with the English subtitles, which is great. Yes, and they already have the manga for reference. Yes, dude, I would definitely want to check that out. I want to listen to the original audiobook, but as well as I want to read the manga. Mangas are gorgeous. Just the whole reference of yes, it's out, I believe. Yes. Yeah, I want to dive into more graphic novel stuff because I have the first couple issues of Sin City that I got back when I was in middle school or high school, like 10th grade high school, and I would like bring them into class. They're very adult though, so you don't want to like showcase this teachers or anything, but just the whole medium is beautiful. The graphic novels and mangas are gorgeous. Oh my god. There's so much aftertaste in my mouth of this ruby grapefruit flavor. It's just not the best, but it's not awful either. Probably because I've drank some. I'm eight White Claws and I'm a lightweight. I'm such a white girl. But this film was gorgeous, dude. The whole plot of like trying to get the town to evacuate, and seemingly it doesn't. It does not evacuate, and they just everything goes wrong, and it's the worst thing ever. And I'm just like, oh my god, there's really no hope for this, is there? And then time kind of progresses, and they showcase that, and I'm just like, oh my god, really? Please, come on. And then they drop a new line from one of the side characters where it's not been 3 years since the crater. It's been sorry, hiccups and burps. It's been 8 years. 8 years since the destruction. And it's just like, oh my god! 8 years. Really? 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 The scene with the mayor guy. Yeah, dude, that was just god. But again, like 8 years. The fact that it's been 8 years is insanity. And the pure hope that I saw when they actually saw each other on separate trains, but they separate. I'm just like, God, no, come on, reconnect them, please. Is this even real? And then they kind of like start diving into the reconnection by having them almost cross paths, and it's just that final scene on the staircase where I think they're not actually going to reference each other, because again earlier they had a similar scene where they're like, I think they're walking in the rain with umbrellas, and they just kind of like pass each other, and they kind of freeze for a second, but they keep going. I'm just like, God, no! But then on the final scene, they actually keep going, where he turns around and like calls her out, just like, don't I know you? And it's like, yeah, I thought so too. And that's pretty much where it ends, because they ask for each other's names. I'm just like, thank God, they actually start to establish a reconnection. I'm so happy. Carson said, Paul Rudd coming out of the quantum realm. That shit hurt. Yeah, dude. It was, oh my god. I can't believe I'm so freaking late to this film, but I'm so glad I finally saw it. Now, the question would then come down to, which film did I love more? Your Name or Weathering with You? It's just, I think just in terms of my happiness, positivity, I might choose Weathering with You, but I will say Your Name literally broke me. It broke me to 1,000 pieces. Again, probably because I was drinking. Your Name is such a gorgeous masterpiece, and so is Weathering with You. I need to rewatch it, but Weathering with You definitely got me emotional in cinemas where I had tears flowing, because it was such beautiful, because it was another instance of a love story establishment trying to fight against the powers that be in the known universe to reach your love. And it's so beautiful. It really is. I loved it so much. It's so good. Wow, I've actually been talking for 30 minutes and I'm semi tipsy. I actually think I'm sobering up now, but it's funny. I think I'll leave it there, but that's it's so good. It's so good. I would like to see what this team does further in the future. Whether it involves more anime. Well, of course it probably would. I don't know what kind of other stuff they would do, but I'm intrigued to see where they go next. I was happy that this was the same studio that made Toho. You are in fact not sobering up. Okay, thank you, Carson. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm talking a lot more straighter than when I initially started because I was literally hiccuping over my every other sentence. If you check earlier, but yeah, I'm probably gonna call it here. This was a gorgeous film. So much beautiful animation. Again, one of the specific things I was studying was the rain, and the rain technique was also gorgeous. I definitely need to jump into the Studio Ghibli films, which Evan says is pronounced Ghibli, but I've heard other people pronounce Ghibli, so I don't know what the exact one is. But I definitely need to jump into those as well because they're classics of all time. But I think if I were to say what are the new anime and film classics that will go down in history, I would say it's probably Your Name and Weathering with You. They're so perfect. They're so good. So I'm probably gonna call it here. But yeah, this is definitely one of the best animated films I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait to give it another rewatch in the future. It was just so beautiful how they dove between the dual personalities of living the lives versus jumping back into their normal lives and like the people around them affected by their estranged persona. So this was great. But with that being said, because of some semblance of my end screen. What did you guys think of Your Name? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've seen Weathering with You, what did you think of that as well? And how do you think they compare? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my review, hit this Tipsy review, which is insanity. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already. And that being said, I hope you have a great day. Carson dropped one more comment, which I think is confirmed. Can't remember. I didn't. Okay. Personally, this would not work in live action. That's fair, dude. I mean, I the whole translation from anime to live action is such a rocky road. So I definitely see what you're saying. But yeah, with that being said, if you did enjoy this review, I'm going to cap it off here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and rating. That being said, I hope you have a great day. And may the force be with you always. Now I must end the broadcast because there's so many steps.